Well. Looks like Julio Chavez Sr. is back running his mouth again, saying that this time that the Martinez and Chavez Jr. rematch is off. Eddie Hearn came out and said he had no interest in putting it on his own, and that his son, Chavez Jr., will be the co-main event. So Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder to ESPN Deportes. We back. It's the Boxing Clinic and more. It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. One time for the one time we grinding. Shout out to the entire LDBC. We working, all right? And, man, everybody seems to think they're going to be on this undercard. That's why I said I'm sitting back and looking, you know. I don't think the undercard is going to be as good as people are projecting it to be, okay? I don't think it's going to have all these great fights on it back to back. That's just my speculation. I think it's going to be some good fights on there. But the card that's floating around with, Santa Cruz, Russell, Tank, Abner Mares, Joe Joyce, Luis Ortiz, I don't see that happening, all right? But that's just my personal opinion. All them fights being on there. But Chavez says he gonna come. The senior says his son gonna be the co-main event. Wilder and Fury. When it's gonna be a heavyweight versus Luis Ortiz. So I don't know. I hope that Chavez Jr. wouldn't be the co-main event, but it kind of would make sense for him to fall on that card because they would try to make him. They would try to use him as a draw. In Los Angeles, and he got the guy he beat in Los Angeles a few years ago. So it would make sense for him to be on that card, and I don't think it would make sense for him to be the co-main. All right, but we'll see, man. But possibly he was trying to fight at 168. Who could be the co-main against? Apparently, I don't know if Anthony Dirrell is going to take the Benavidez fight. I know Benavidez at one point in time said he wasn't interested in fighting Chavez Jr. But if the bag right, okay? Maybe they can get Callum Smith to come back. He was coming to LA to fight Anthony Dirrell. He is the ring belt champion. He would have to get an exception to fight Chavez Jr., which would be no problem. They just throw the WBA the bag, all right? And then what else you got there? Gilberto Ramirez, I don't think Top Rank is going to, let, PBC borrow him. Jose Utagi. That's a possibility, to boost his name up unless Caleb Plant is healthy by the end and ready to take his mandatory shot at the IBF champion who just won last night, I believe. So, don't forget Chavez just did $1 million with Canelo Alvarez, and, who knows? I mean, would PBC hinge a critical slot of the co-main event on Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.? That's critical right there. And then him not make a way, pull him out the fight. Fans, I don't know how Mexican fans feel about Chavez Jr. where they pull their money away from him. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? I don't know if they will pull their money, and say, I'm put their money into him and say, yeah, I'm going to see him. I don't know that. I don't know if they say I put my money and I'm going to buy the pay-per-view because of Chavez. So you just don't know. All right? So I doubt it, man. I doubt it. I think, with him going out there saying that the Martinez and Chavez was going to rematch again, and that didn't fall through. So maybe he's just trying to get his son some free promo, trying to keep his name out there. But I think he hasn't been to the ring since Canelo smashed him a year ago, Cinco de Mayo. So, I don't see them putting him as a co-main event. But if it happens, it wouldn't totally shock me because of the draw he is. But, only guys I really could think they throw him in there was Utagi or David Benavidez, because it sounds like Anthony Dirrell may not want to smoke with David Benavidez, all right? And then David Benavidez is going through the little cocaine thing. I think they're going to probably put him in rehab and give him a slap on the wrist for it. So, that's the situation right there. That's the 411. If he go up to 75, who could he fight? You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if he can make 68 or 75. He's lazy. I think he's fell out of favor with a lot of boxing fans. Mexican and non-Mexican boxing fans, and I don't think anybody would want to see him as the co-main event versus on the Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury card, and that's real spiel, man. That's real spiel, and but if he do fight, I think it could be Jose Utagi, depending on Caleb Plant. Might want to tune up before his mandatory coming off a hand injury. Could be he was rumored to fight Anthony Dirrell at a point in time. It could be Dirrell, I doubt it. Could be David Benavidez, but that would be messed up to him get a title shot, after being lazy and just based off his legacy, his name, his dad's legacy. But that's the way it work out in everyday life. Okay, you got kids, or like I said, kids. You got children of millionaires or children of guys who work at a certain spot, and they get to move up and get hired in and get high positions based on who their parents was. So y'all know what it is. TBC and more. One time for the one time we grinding. Shout out to the entire LDBC. We working. We on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Shout out to the young champion Devin Haney. Young Bull got it done last night. I fell asleep, but I taped it, so I might get my thoughts on it pretty soon. So I definitely appreciate all the love. If you want to donate, the PayPal link is in the description. Shout out to everybody that do donate. Magnetic Shamel, shout out to you. We're gonna be going live a little bit later as well. One time for